Okay, so what if I told you that the secret to feeling stronger and more stable isn't something you have to find in a gym? What if it's hiding in the first few minutes of your morning? Today we're going to break down a really powerful, totally equipment-free way to build a more resilient you. Let's dive in.
Really think about that for a second. What if the key to feeling more confident on your feet wasn't some grueling, hour-long workout, but a simple habit you could build in the time it takes for your coffee to brew? That is the powerful idea we're going to unpack today.
You know, for a lot of us, there comes a point where maintaining our strength and balance feels less like a given and more like, well, a real challenge. Suddenly tripping over a rug isn't just a clumsy moment, it's a genuine worry. And the idea of losing our physical independence is something that, frankly, is on a lot of our minds.
And let's be honest, the usual advice, just go lift weights. It doesn't always feel right, does it? The clanging iron, the pressure on our knees and shoulders, it can be pretty intimidating. It can even feel risky if our connective tissues aren't what they used to be. It actually leads a lot of people to just stop strength training altogether.
So, what if the solution isn't about pushing harder with those traditional methods? What if we've been totally overlooking the most effective tool we have for building a resilient, stable body, the one thing you've got with you all the time? Your own body.
Okay, let's just break this down. On one hand, you've got traditional lifting. That often means high impact on your joints and you need all this bulky equipment. But on the other hand, with self-resistance, we're talking near zero joint impact with absolutely no equipment needed. This whole approach is built on two incredibly powerful concepts, isometrics and dynamic tension. First up is something called isometrics. Now, it sounds super technical, but it's really just a fancy word for holding still. Think about it. If you push against a wall, the wall isn't moving, and your arms aren't moving, but your muscles, oh, they are firing like crazy. You're building real strength without any motion in the joint itself. And then you've got its cousin, dynamic tension. This is where you create your own resistance. Just imagine trying to curl your right arm up while your left hand is actively pushing it down. You are literally the immovable object and the unstoppable force all at once. It's a heck of a workout you can do anywhere, anytime.
Okay, now this is where it gets really fascinating. These techniques aren't just about building muscle. Their real power is in strengthening that communication highway between your brain and your body. Let's get into the science of balance.
So these methods give you two secret weapons. First, they target all those tiny stabilizer muscles around your joints, the ones that are constantly making micro-adjustments to keep you from falling. And second, they enhance something called proprioception, which is basically your body's built-in GPS. It's your sense of where you are in space.
So how does just standing still make your GPS better? Well, when you hold a position perfectly still, you're quieting all the noise from constant movement. This allows your brain to finally focus, to turn up the volume on all that sensory feedback coming from your feet and your joints. It's like you're recalibrating your internal GPS, making it way sharper and much more accurate.
All right, that's enough of this sciencey stuff. Let's make this real. How can you actually put this to work first thing tomorrow morning? Here is this simple 5-minute routine you can do right at your own kitchen counter.
And honestly, that is the absolute beauty of this whole thing. You don't need to change into gym clothes. You don't need any special gear. All you need is a counter for a little bit of support. We're literally removing every single excuse between you and a stronger, more stable body.
Okay, you ready? Here's the whole routine. You'll start with 1 minute of the glute squeeze, just to wake up those powerful muscles that stabilize your hips. Then, you'll move right into 1 minute of tandem balance. That's walking heel to toe, to challenge your stability. Next up, 90 seconds of the counter push to strengthen your core and your posture. And you'll finish it all off with the single leg hover, which is a fantastic drill for improving your fall prevention.
Okay, listen up, because this is probably the most important safety tip I can give you. It's the soft knee rule. When you're doing any of these, you never, ever lock your knees straight. Keep a tiny, almost invisible bend. This is what ensures your muscles are taking the load, not your joint sockets. Seriously, this is the key to safe, effective training.
So once you've mastered these static positions and you're feeling comfortable, what's next? Well, this is where it gets really exciting. You can start to progress from stability, which is the hold, to mobility, which is all about the flow. You start adding controlled movements. So just take a look at how this progresses. For your upper body, you might go from that static wall press to a dynamic shadow press. For your lower body, that simple one-legged hover we just saw can evolve into a slow-motion march. See the pattern? In both cases, you're graduating from a static hold to a controlled dynamic flow.
And here is the perfect mental cue for level 2.
I want you to imagine that you're moving through thick molasses. Every single movement, both pushing out and pulling back, should feel like it has resistance. There is no easy part of the motion. It's just constant, controlled tension until the set is over.
Now let's zoom out for a second, because we need to talk about the most important principle of all. This isn't about one perfect workout. It's about building a small, sustainable habit that you can actually do for the rest of your life.
And this is the core message I really want you to take away. 5 minutes every single day is profoundly more powerful than a 1-hour beast of a workout that you only manage once a week. It's not about intensity, it's all about consistency. That daily signal you send to your brain and muscles is what really builds lasting balance and strength.
Honestly, this is the perfect way to think about it. You're brushing your teeth for your nervous system, right? You don't brush your teeth for an hour once a week and hope for the best. You do it for a few minutes every single day. This routine is the exact same principle, but for your nervous system. It's daily maintenance for a body that moves with competence.
So the next time you find yourself waiting for the kettle to boil or the coffee to brew, you have a choice. Those 5 minutes can just pass by, or they can be the very foundation for a stronger, more balanced, and more confident you. The choice is all yours.